Hello friends, and welcome to today's video. Well, we're gonna do my mama picks. These are my choices, but first I have a little smidgen of housekeeping to go over. I'm actually out of town right now. One of my best friends in the entire world is getting married this weekend, so I'm out of town, which means there are a couple releases coming up that I just won't be able to review in real time, probably. I'll review them when I get back. I don't know what else to tell you. This is not the first time I've gone out of town, but I'll review them when I get back. We will all survive. Okay, housekeeping's out of the way. Back on track. I want to make it clear before we continue. This is not the nominees video. I make a video every year where I go over the nominees. This is not that. That will be in the description. You can watch it if you want to. This is just the My Picks video. This is who I'm voting for. Also, inherently and by definition, because this is my picks, these are all opinions, and I want to make that clear. Like, these are just my personal opinions. You can disagree with every single one, and that's totally fine. I love that for you. I love that for me. I love that for us. Also, Soompi article in the description. It has all the nominees. You can look through them if you want to. I'm not going to be listing out every nominee for every category before I give you my picks, because it was exhausting to do that in the nominees video. I don't feel like going through that again. But let's get started, and we're going to go in order of the Soompi article, which means we're starting with Best New Male Artist, and honestly, the groups I'd be the most inclined to vote for aren't even here. That said, there are a couple groups here that I will be voting for, obviously. Primarily ZB1, aka Z-Bone, as I call them, just because I watched all of Boys Planet. I put myself through that, and I would like some form of justification. Plus, their debut song is really good. But I can also see myself voting for Rise a handful of times because their debut song is one of my most streamed songs of 2023 and one of the best songs of 2023. It's essentially going to be the classic debate of, do I care more about the artist or the music? And in this case, I like Z-Bone more, so I'm going to vote for them, but I could give Rise a vote or two. On to the next category, which is Best New Female Artist. And honestly, there's no one here I really stand. To be fair, I said this in my last video, there aren't a ton of girl groups that came out this year that had, like, a big release. And by there aren't a ton, I mean any. Like, especially in comparison to last year, where we had so many, like, monster rookies. This year, like, the group I like the most is going to be Triple S. So that's what I'm going to vote for, but, like, I don't care. Now for the category I care deeply about. Best Male Group. And there are so many groups here that I want to see win, and for a variety of reasons. First, I have been an EXO and a 17 stan since 2015, okay? Which means, for sentimental reasons, I would like to see either one of them win, even if I am very logically aware that I was disappointed in both of their titles. Meanwhile, Dream and Tux, they both put out some of my favorite songs released in the last year. Like, Sugar Rush Ride is, I want to say, like, my 6th most streamed song of 2023. And, like, Dream has a bunch of songs on there, too, including Candy, which is the main song they're nominated with. Like, plus, I'm a diehard Tux stan, and I'm a diehard Dream stan. So, they're the ones I'm going to be primarily voting for. Between the two of them, I think just Dream has a better shot at it, so I'll pick them. But then there's the part of me that craves violence and chaos. And that part wants to vote for Treasure, because I said this for some nomination they got last year, but here's the thing, okay? All of the other groups on this list are so big or just so established that if they won, I think all the other fandoms, for the most part, would be accepting of the result. Like, no one's gonna bat an eye if EXO wins Best Male Group, or if 17 wins Best Male Group. Treasure is not on that, like, Treasure is not of that caliber. Like, I think there will be blood if Treasure wins. I think people will be dying in the streets, and by the streets I, of course, mean Twitter, and I want to see that. In summary, if anyone but Stray Kids wins, I'll be fine. I'll be perfectly accepting. Most Stray Kids win now. Either way, I'm probably gonna vote for Tuxed or Dream just because I like them the most. They have the best songs. Now for Best Female Group, and I want to start out by knocking off a few nominees, okay? First is NewJeans. While NewJeans did have a very slay year and put out some bops, it's true, their latest mini has grown on me a lot. I'm still just not the biggest fan, and they're gonna win Song of the Year. Like, they don't need this. Twice, meanwhile, I don't even think should have been nominated, and I'm on a Giddle hiatus, let's say. I'm on a hiatus as a Giddle stan, just because I haven't been liking their music as of late. So they're both out too. I probably would have voted for it as of like a month ago, but their mini pissed me off so much that I'm no longer voting for them. Like, I won't object to an IVE win, but I'm not rooting for it. Now for our final two, LE SSERAFIM and aespa. And while I am an aespa stan, it is true I'm a minor LE SSERAFIM supremacist. I kind of want them to run the world, and they don't get the recognition they deserve. I feel like they have such good songs, and nobody appreciates it enough just because, I say this like they haven't had like a string of top 10s, but either way, I feel like they just don't get the recognition they deserve, so I'm voting for LE SSERAFIM. Now for Best Male Soloist, and I don't care. I really don't care. I have no faves on this list this year, which means I really only have the music to work with. And in that case, I'm voting for Jungkook. I'm sorry, 7 is that bitch. I'm willing to say it. It is concerning how many times I've streamed that song, and I know there's so many people who stream it like 10 times as much as I do, but it is to the extent that I was conveniently listening to it as I took these notes. Like, I was just casually on shuffle, and it was playing on autoplay, and I was listening to it as I took these notes, and I was like, damn, I have a problem. But also, I'm not mad. Like, it's a bop. For Best Female Artist, it depends on how delusional I want to be. I know neither of my picks are winning, but my top two are probably going to be Yena and Chaeyeon. But personally, I think Chaeyeon deserves this win. I'm sorry, Knock is one of the best songs of 2023. On the off chance you haven't heard it, I would highly recommend you stream it because it is a banger. We've reached song territory, specifically the dance performance territory, and I want to make it clear for all of these 4 distinctive dance performance categories, I'm not just gonna pick which song I like more. I've decided. I'm gonna pick the song that I feel like has the best performance. I feel like we've reached an era where the performance part of this category is just no longer relevant. It's just for the dance songs, which means most of the big hits get put in here, and it annoys me because the category is not best dance song, it's best dance performance, and the performance part is getting lost. So, starting us off is best dance performance by a male soloist, and I'm picking Jonghin's Rover because, let us be clear, this is not up for debate. Jonghin is the best dancer on this list. I'm willing to die on that hill. You can fight amongst yourselves for the rest of them. But also, Rover is a really good song, so that helps too. That said, I'm aware Jonghin's not going to win, but I'm okay with a Jimin or a Jungkook win. Either one is fine. I like both of their songs. They're both great, so I'll take either one, but preferably, I'll get a Jonghin win. As for best dance performance by a female soloist, I'm picking Chaeyeon again, okay? Have you seen the choreo for Knock? Specifically that, like, bridge to last chorus? Masterful. Masterful choreography. She absolutely deserves this win. It is also, for the record, factually speaking, the best song on this list. I should really just review Knock as the song, or just the whole album, because I could rant about that song for a solid 5 minutes. It is literally one of my favorite songs released in this decade. In terms of the other nominees, though, I'll take any of them. Like, there's no one on this list I really object to. However, I want a Chaeyeon win, and if there's a god, it'll happen. Now for groups, and in what should be a surprise to nobody, for best dance performance by a male group, I'm voting for Dream. Specifically, I'm voting for Candy, because I would die for that song. I'm not kidding when I say if you put this song on and skip to a random part of it, I could tell you with ease what is going on in the choreography in that part. I've seen stages for this song literally over 100 times. I also saw it live, and it has been burned into my memory. Like, the level of love I have for this song cannot be measured. Plus, the choreography for the song goes hard. It is so cute, but so memorable, and just, it's a moment. It deserves the win. I will, however, take a solid half of the songs on this list for the win. Like, I like the choreography for Sugar Rush Ride and In Bloom, so I'm fine with either one winning. The other 3, I'm not saying I'll be mad if they win, but I will be less than thrilled. Last dance category is best dance performance by a female group, and I'm breaking my rules. I'm sorry, but I'm picking STAYC, okay? I'm a STAYC supremacist. This is the only category they're really nominated in, so I want them to win it. That said, I can again accept most of these songs winning. Ditto's gonna win Song of the Year, so I can't really object to it winning here. Plus, I like I.Am's choreo, and I'm very pro LE SSERAFIM if you couldn't tell, so they can win too. We have reached the categories of songs where I don't really care, so we're gonna be a little bit speedier, but the first one is Best Vocal Performance by a Solo Artist, and as I just said, I don't care. Like, it is true, I am a secret Emujin stan, and I do want him to win. His song is also quite good if you haven't heard it, but in the grand scheme of things, like, I'm not that invested. The only song I'll be mad if it wins is Dawn. I am a Dawn anti. I actively root for his downfall, and if he wins this category, I'm gonna be pissed. Best Vocal Performance by a Group is next, and I don't care, but I'm picking Akmu just because I like their song the most. Next is Best Rap and Hip Hop Performance, and I'm voting for Yoongi not for two reasons, okay? I said this earlier in the last video, but I have two reasons for this choice. One, I like the song the most, so there's that. But also, I want IU to win. I think it's going to be amusing if IU wins this award for the second year in a row, so I'm voting for them. Best Collab is yet another category where I don't really care because none of my faves are nominated in it. So based off the music, I'd pick 7 just because, again, I really like that song. However, I am not invested enough to have any strong emotions on who wins. Best OST, I don't care, but it is an easy one. I'm picking Tuxt. I'm a Tuxt stan. They're nominated here. They actually have a shot at winning here, so that's my choice. Lastly is Best Music Video, and because I don't actually give a shit about the production value of your musical, like, for that one, it would just be bigger budget equals win. So I'm going based off songs, and in that case, I'm gonna just switch off between IVE and Jungkook. Like, they both have great songs. I'm fine with either one winning. Okay, it's Daesang time. Starting with Song of the Year. First of all, I want to make it clear, I'm well aware Ditto's going to win. Like, I've said it a million times already, but if Ditto doesn't win, I'll be very surprised. However, I can dream, okay? And in my dream, there are 2 songs that I would be choosing. First is Candy. I've already gone on my Candy rant, but Candy. However, if I wanted to pick a song that has an actual shot at winning, like a realistic chance, I'd pick I.Am. Lastly is Artist of the Year, because Album of the Year is an obvious one. But for Artist of the Year, I'm picking IVE again, but I have multiple reasons for this. Reason number 1, Ditto's gonna win Song of the Year. I don't want NewJeans to also win Artist of the Year. If NewJeans doesn't win, IVE should be winning. Reason number 2, IVE actually deserves it. They had a phenomenal year. They put out multiple very successful singles, not including their latest mini, which is doing fine. Like, I think they have 2 songs in the top 10 right now on the Melon charts, but it's doing well, okay? Reason number 3, they deserved this win last year. I'm dying on the hill. IVE deserved to win Artist of the Year in 2022. They were robbed of that win, so I want them to win it this year. But that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your choices in the comments down below. Let me know who you're voting for. I'm very confused on the voting. Can I just say, can we pause for a moment? I'm really confused. I went to like the Mnet site and it was like, oh, pre-voting, but only for the worldwide whatever, which I don't care about. So, and then they were like, oh, vote on Spotify. Is it just Spotify streaming? Is that how we vote now? I miss the old days. I think I'm just old and haggard and I miss the old days. Anyway, back on track. Comment what you want. Also, comment how the voting works if you want to explain it to the elderly ones of us. But also, like and subscribe if you want to. Or don't. I'll be okay either way. And in the description, I'm going to put my nominees video so you can watch that if you want to. And I'll put the Soompi article that has all the nominees so you know who I'm really referring to in these various videos. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!